Hi, I'm Faissal Khan and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. We have this Faissal Khan's movie Chinar Daastaan-E-Ishq is coming up shortly, and a huge pleasure to have you on Bollywood Hungama first of all, Faissal.
Yeah, thanks.
And it's been a long time that I think after Mela this is your
the next film that is releasing?
Yeah, in terms of which has there have been I think 2-3 more
there
films.
There have been some other films after Mela which I worked on,
right,
which was little small banner films,
right,
because after Mela didn't do well,
right,
I was not getting good offers, offer which an actor wants to work with a big banner with good directors. So unfortunately Madhosh, my first film, also did not do well at the box office, and secondly Mela came, which was a very big film at that time, even that didn't do well. So naturally my market value as an actor came down and I was not getting good offers, the one which I would like. So then I went to a lot of producers searching for work and asking them for work, because in Mela I had got some recognition as an actor. I was recognized as a decent actor. So then I went out to producers, I didn't get work. So after 6 months I realized that I'm not going to get any big banners which I would wish to work with. So then I chose to do some small films. So once I did couple of smaller films, some films released and they made some profits, which was good. And some films stopped because of some mishap from the producer side. Some films were not released properly. So I went through that phase. And then suddenly work only stopped coming because the films, the market think कि इसके तो film ही नहीं बन रही है, film ही नहीं release हो रही है. That talk goes on in the industry. So I had to face all that. Then I turned to TV. I did a serial called Andhi.
Right.
And then because my films didn't release well and all that, I said that nahi yaar, I don't want to do any more smaller films. I stopped working as an actor. I just gave up as an actor. I said I'll not get any good roles only. Then I joined Aamir Khan Productions later on as a script doctor. So behind the camera. And there I read a lot of scripts. I used to sit with narrations with Aamir, just learning more about script. I was a script doctor. So I used to doctor scripts which we could take on for Aamir Khan Productions. That is the work that I did for the past 5 years. Then suddenly one producer got up from somewhere and he decided that he wants to work with me only. So he came down with my manager Asif Khan. And Asif Khan ko when I decided not to do films, I had told Asif Khan कि देखो भाई यहाँ चाय पीने आ सकते हो, you're most welcome, but काम लेके नहीं आना, छोटी फिल्म मुझे करनी नहीं है, बड़ी फिल्म मिल नहीं रही. तो पता नहीं कई सालों के बाद एक फिर से डायरेक्टर उठा और उसने कहा कि नहीं मुझे फैसल के साथ ही बनानी है पिक्चर. तो they came to my house and when I was in London that time. So when I called my house and I said they have come, so I knew कि तो पिक्चर की कुछ बात लेके आए हैं मेरे पास. So then I came, I heard the script, I rejected it because I don't do I don't want to do bad work. I do small films, I do good scripts basically. By now I had learned how to doctor scripts also. So sitting with Aamir, the experience that I went through. So I decided that my choti film I don't mind doing, working with new directors. I want to do good work because उससे एक पहचान बनेगी एक actor की with the work you do. So I kept rejecting scripts until and luckily Chinar came my way one day. I heard the script, I loved it, and that's how Chinar was born.
I saw the promo as I was telling you. It looks interesting, shot in Kashmir. I think I think the camera work looks very nice as well. Dilip Tahil Saab is playing a negative role. He's the main key role as well.
Yeah, key role. There's Dilip Tahil, there's Shahbaz Khan, and there's Pramod Mato. They are also playing key roles in the film. The camera work is excellent, and he's a young chap. The director got a full new team. So that's another interesting part. I got to work with new people, and new technicians. They were good technicians, and the cameraman, the boy, his name is Jigar. This is his first film. So I think he did a commendable job, and Sharik Bhai has managed to get good team. The songs also people are liking. So the music director also is new, Salim Sen. So we are working with a new team this time, and I think they have done a real good job, all of them.
Okay.
So it was a pleasure working with them, learning new things from them, new techniques which have come up, because I used to work as assistant director and actor years back. Then after that the trend has really changed a lot. So it was a good experience learning from them. So I like to learn from younger people, older people, children.
Absolutely.
I think life is a learning process, and I'm happy I keep learning.
Absolutely. Faisal, when I was seeing the promo, so I think there's a close-up of your eyes at one of the moments, and somehow it reminded me of that Aamir's thing in Fana, because it was shot in Kashmir as well, and it had those moments as well.
Yeah.
And while I'm talking to you as well right now, that smile is somewhat familiar.
Similar of Aamir.
Yeah.
See, Aamir is my brother.
Right.
And I think that's what proves it, that I am similar to him, so I am his brother. So no one can contest that. And my eyes are different from Aamir. I have lighter eyes.
Right.
And actually, my introduction shot in Madhosh, that was released in 1994. That was I was introduced with my eyes. So maybe Fana came out much later.
Okay.
So maybe they copied the shot from there.
क्या बात है. Okay, and you've also given a special thanks to Aamir Khan in
No,
the promo.
that I want to clear with the audience and with everyone. Aamir Khan is not associated with this film at all. See, these producers are new, and they have done a mistake which I don't agree with them, and that's why I'm a little upset with them, because they are trying to use Aamir Khan's name as if Aamir Khan has promoted the film or whatever, but that's wrong news. And Aamir has not even seen the film. He's shooting in. These producers just wanted to link a name with the film. So I am against them, that they should not link without. It's not ethical. They are trying to do with AKB films, and I told them, why using AKB films? So they said that Ashutosh Kumar is a friend of mine, and I said, why using Aamir Khan's name? Because it's not right. Because I work on principles and ethics and values, which they don't. They are new in the industry. They are doing all these wrong things. So I am upset with them for using that name. I spoke to Aamir and I cleared that I am not a part of all this, what's happening. And see, actually what happens, the producer is saying that I have a friend called Aamir Khan, I'm not using his photo. So he's trying to put up all excuses like that just to create some hype, but I don't believe in all these wrong hypes. I'm a very clear-cut, honest person who works with truthfulness and honesty, and I don't like using wrong tactics. So I am upset with them on this front. I cleared myself with Aamir, said I'm not a part of all this, these guys are doing anything now. That's what I meant by once the producer makes a film, he thinks he's too great, but that's not right. You should work in the proper way. And I think there's a way to do things. So I am upset with them on that front, with the producers.
Okay.
And in fact, what happens is many people...
You're not happy with the way they promoted the film either?
Yeah, they could have done much better. Right. And yeah, I feel they should have given time for promotion of the film. The songs are so good. The directors worked so hard on the film, on the songs. I think every film needs a platform and promotion, which the new producers are not realizing, understanding, and it becomes very difficult for me or the director to keep explaining to them. So that is the thing that they are going about with. And I also believe in one more thing. I believe very strongly that each film has a Janam Kundli. You put any big name, or Salman's banner produced big films like Hero and all that, and his name was there, he sung a song, but it didn't work. So just by using someone's name, I don't think it's going to work. Your film has to work, your film has to speak. That's what I believe, making a good film.
That you're saying that despite the fact that Salman's name was there in Hero, it didn't work.
Yeah, that's what I tried to explain to my producer. कि भाई ऐसा नहीं है कि सलमान की फिल्म हीरो चल के उसने बहुत खर्चा किया, अपना बैनर का नाम डाला, और सब लोग इतने जुड़े, बहुत खर्चा हुआ. ऐसी I'm just giving an example about this film, So I told my producers, why are you using wrongly Aamir's name,
No, absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Ultimately, I told them your film has to do well. People are not going to just like कि Aamir Khan just thanks. They're going to come in and they're going to evaluate the film. If they're getting bored in the film, they're not going to like your film just because Aamir Khan's name is there attached to it. So that's what I tried to explain to them. Just give an example of what recently happened.
Absolutely. And now you're saying that despite the fact that Salman produced Hero, it didn't work.
Yeah.
But you also said in an interview that you're working on another film called Mental Khan.
Yeah.
And Salman had chickened out.
No, that was again, I want to clarify that.
And apparently sources close to Salman have said that it was his father who didn't won the title, and maybe Faisal shouldn't have said it and all that.
Yeah, no. In fact, I'll tell you one thing, that when the title came out, Mental Khan, when I was giving an interview, because that's a tentative title. So the interviewer asked me, the person who was taking the interview told me that Salman backed out because his film Jai Ho was called Mental. So I said, yeah, he backed out of it, but I'm not going to back out. That's the way I put it. But you know journalists, and we all know journalists.
You didn't say chickened out.
I didn't use the word chicken out. You can hear the interview because it was recorded. I don't use words like chicken out and all that. For people, I respect Salman. I respect his work as an actor, and he's done good volumes of work. I don't think why should he chicken out of anything. So I've got it on record. You can go and hear the record. I would like to hear it if I've said it. So I went and clarified this thing with Salman because I feel it's not right for a third person or another journalist to create this misunderstanding. So from my side, I like to just clear out things with whoever, because see, journalists like to do a lot of masala and put all this also, which is a part of the industry. एक कैसे इसको spicy करना है एक article को, तो वो कुछ भी कभी लिख देते हैं.
No, but it's unethical. If the word, if someone has not said something, so you cannot.
That's why I went and cleared it with Salman. Because if why should I take it on? Someone has said something. It's not my fault. Yeah. She also used the word backed out when she said. I said, yeah, he backed out, but I'm not going to back out because for me, I faced this mental attack for years after my court case, so it's nothing new for me. I'm quite. I don't get upset with people calling me that because it's people's choice. I don't know to go to each person. I won the court case. It was in my favor when we had a family problem. I think that clears it all. I'm a free man and I've got a film. And then I also added in the interview that creative people should be slightly crazy.
Yes.
Because that's where the creativity comes from. Okay. So, I have a mental to that level, yeah. Adds to my creativity somewhere, I feel.
You've had difficult times. You've seen difficult times,
yeah.
And some other fact that when you're having a brother who's hugely successful, it definitely puts pressures as well on you. I'm sure that it has done the same for you as well. But are you happy with the fact somewhere that everything has been reconciled and the family is together?
Yes, of course. See,
that's like an achievement, huge achievement in its own way, because many a times society, people around you try to put pressures and they take pleasure in the fact that there are discord in the family.
There's some misunderstandings going on. Yes. See, I went through tough times. Ultimately, I think I've come out as a winner. The family is back together. We love each other. We respect each other a lot. And all the misunderstandings have been clear and put away, and they are the past. So I think that is the way you put it very well, that it all happened for the good ultimately, and people go through problems. Well, I think that's destiny. I believe a lot in destiny and God. I think I was destined to go through that. I have learned a lot from that experience also, that I was out of the house and I had to face difficult times. I think I have grown as a human being after that experience a lot, and I think it's been good. It's been tough, but it's been good.
This entire experience of being the script doctor at Aamir Khan Productions, what are the sort of films that which have been which Aamir has approved and done that you've heard the script of?
I had read a script called Baraf, which is written by Aditi Rao, and I read the script and I really liked it a lot, and I put it to Aamir because that is the process we follow. First, because all the scripts that come to Aamir Khan Productions, Aamir doesn't have the time to read them and go through them. So we've prepared a format where I read the script and I evaluate it. I've got a form which I fill, and then if the script is good and I like it, then I forward it to Aamir. So then he takes out time and reads it, or he hears a narration. So this script it's called Baraf. I really liked it, and Aamir read it, and so we bought the rights of the film. So Aamir Khan Productions will produce it sometime. There was another film which we liked a lot, and I passed it, and ultimately the writer was given a test because the writer wanted to direct himself, and he didn't pass the test. So that film had, and he was not parting with the script. So then we couldn't make that project. So we take a joint. Aamir also calls me for joint narrations with the bigger directors. So I give my suggestions as whatever I have learned and whatever my experiences about films. I've been an assistant director, so all those things. When I joined in, I was a third assistant, and I came to first assistant, and all the acting, whatever my knowledge is about
Jeeta, Sikandar.
I assisted Qayamat se
And there's a scene where you are there as well, that when Wohi is having
me and Aamir have a little action sequence over there.
As well, yeah.
I was playing from the goons.
Yeah.
So that was my first shot as an actor. Actually, I acted as a child artist also.
Right.
In Pyar Ka Mausam.
Right.
So the story behind it is that Aamir was called to give that shot. But he was acting pricey and starry, all stars. So my uncle was trying to take the shot and he was not giving it. So he said, "Abhi shooting तो चल रही, क्या करें? दूसरा बच्चा कौन लाए? अरे फैसल को पकड़ के लाओ." So the car was sent all the way from Panvel and it picked me and went, and I gave the shot, fatak करके. So my uncle felt happy. After that, even I started troubling my uncle. So anyhow, that's how I did that film as a child artist, Pyar Ka Mausam. I played Shashi Kapoor's Bachpana in that.
Shashi Kapoor's
the childhood part, yeah.
Right.
In Jeeta was Sikandar, actually as an assistant director, I have been taught that you have to help the film. So I used to pick up lights also and run sometime, pick up trunks. So as an assistant, if the director felt like Mansoor felt that you will do a better job, कहाँ एक actor को बुलाया, तुम ही कर लो. So you help the film. Even Karan Johar has given a shot in Dil Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. He was acted as Shah Rukh's friend. So as an assistant, you were assisting Aditya Chopra that time. So those things happen. As an assistant, you're supposed to help the film in any way. So a coat pen ke ice cream khade ho jata. That's what Jeeta Sikandar, I'm licking an ice cream and I give some look for Pooja Bedi, she enters the frame or something like that.
Correct.
So we help as an assistant, and my schooling is that I have to help the film in all ways. Even as an actor, whatever I have learnt as an assistant director, after I did theatre for 9 years, after all the process, I help the project in whatever way I can.
Right.
So I don't think it's not my job, I try and help the film with whatever knowledge I've gained in all different departments of filmmaking. So that's the way I work. I mean, if any director wants help, I'm there too.
I believe you like cooking a lot as well.
Yeah.
And you like to cook heavy duty non-veg dishes and all these things.
Yeah, I like to cook a lot. That was my first thing. Actually, I wanted to join hotel management and not films.
Okay.
So I gave my test and I failed the entrance exams at Sapphire College and at the other cooking catering college. So then Aamir called me one day and told me that why don't you join films? Because I was not interested in films actually. And he said, because that's a film business, so we can help you and guide you. So why don't you give it a try before rejecting it altogether? So that's how I joined as third assistant director, clapper boy in Qayamat. And I started climbing up and learning all the ropes of direction. And then I got interested in the line actually, because films is such a world where it just grabs you. Once you start, when you're in it, you just automatically get, it's like a whirlpool, you get pulled in it. And then you are a part of the film world, it's a film fraternity. So that's how I got pulled in. And I started enjoying the work and I said, yeah, it's good, And then I had not thought about acting as yet. That's why I became assistant director in Jeeta, Wohi, Sikandar again. There when I saw new actors performing, because Jeeta, Sikandar had a lot of new artists.
Sure.
So that's what got me thinking that, these new actors can perform, then why can't I, Then I used to think that maybe I don't have the looks to be an actor. So I went through the full process and then suddenly I decided that I can give it a shot. When Aamir became, ये भी डर था कि Aamir successful होंगे कि नहीं, although we are from a film family, even we were scared that it's such a dangerous line that if you don't succeed, you are like jacked,
Absolutely.
Even our parents were very, skeptical to put us in this line. Aamir had to fight a lot. And then even I completed my graduation and then I stepped into this line. So we went through all these things. And when Aamir became successful, then I also got little himmat, and like in Jeeta Sikandar, and I saw new actors performing, then I got little more himmat, and then I said, okay, I don't mind, going. Then I did a 1-year acting course, which didn't help me much, because my performance in Mela, in Madhosh was quite bad. When I saw the film, I was like, what have I done? And that's when I relearned my acting. I went to theatre. I did
Makran Deshpande
in theatre, and I did many plays with him, a number of plays. Although his style was not my style. Because I'm a very commercial thinking person, from Nasir Hussain school. I'm from that kind of background, and my uncle used to write scripts. He wrote Qayamat se Qayamat tak, Jeeta, Wohi, Sikandar.
Absolutely.
So, and my father used to make commercial films, but Mac's style was very different, So, but it was a good thing. It was an experience again. I like to learn from everyone. So that's how I learned. I did theatres for 9 years and all that, and that's how I improved and gave a performance in Mela with other seasoned actors. I was noticed.
Sure.
People liked my work, so that was an achievement.
Faisal, we are having a bit of a rapid fire with you. You just spoke about Karan Johar, so we also are quite inspired by him.
Yeah.
So let's do like a bit of a rapid fire with you.
Why not?
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Best advice given to you by an industry person.
Dharmesh, when I was working with Dharmesh, he told me.
Dharmesh Darshan.
Dharmesh Darshan, he made Mela. I got to learn a lot from him. Because he used to also write. So he told me that in filmmaking, there's no small decision. Even you might think that's a small decision, but the smallest decision, there's no small decision. All decisions are big decisions. You know, when you decide to keep a pin also, you decide to keep a cup on the table. Where should be placed? What color it should be? So even you might think, but sometimes audience might notice that cup. So every decision is very important.
A film of Aamir you wish you had done.
A film of Aamir that I wish I would have done. I would have done Ghulam.
Ghulam.
Yeah.
Why?
Because what are films that Aamir has done where action is a part of it? I think I'm a action hero by nature.
Yeah, we've seen the muscles in Mela.
Mela and my general persona is tough actually. You know, I find to do romantic scenes very tough actually.
Right.
I mean, I like doing action, and it's in me to do action. I should perform all my stunts myself in Mela and all my films. So I get drawn towards action films. I have a tendency to do action well. You know, I'm excited to do it.
Fantastic. What's your dream role?
See, actually, dream role is very difficult to define because an actor looks for good scripts and good different roles. And if you're doing only one role, you're not an actor. You have to perform different characters. So I look for different scripts and different roles. So there's all films that I select is going to be dream roles because I'm going to select only good work. I'm not going to look at it, ye production chota hai, ye producer bada hai, ye. I want good roles. Even like Chinar is a small budget film, but the character is so good, the role is so good that I got excited. Although I decided not to act, it just pulled me and I should do this film. So I like the characters. All my roles which I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do good roles. Different shades, different characters. You know, try to entertain the audience, and I like to do comedy films sometimes. I'm going to give, you know, my acting career a wider scope, hopefully, and I've chalked down some good scripts and kept them in mind, which I would like to do. I would like to do a horror film.
That's interesting.
Believe me, I'll scare people. I would like to do negative shades because I think I have a good personality for doing negative shades as well. You know?
Absolutely, and these days negative shades.
So I'm open to good work, and I want to just increase my range, wide range of.
No, absolutely, inshallah. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you have to rate Aamir Khan as an actor, how much will you rate Aamir on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll rate 8.
As a producer?
As a producer, Aamir, 10 on 10.
10 on 10, why?
Because he takes care of the unit a lot, I've heard. That's very good thing. Then he works on this. And the film that he makes, he doesn't see that, he justifies it. And he's a person who makes a film for the creative process, for the creativity of the film. He gives the film full justice, what is required. Other producers say, "Yaar zarurat nahi hai, chalo chala do." He's not like that. If it's required, whatever it costs, whatever time it takes, whatever effort it takes, he is there. As a producer, as an actor. Like even for Dangal, he's changed his physique so much. So that's for the role. Even when you're making Lagan, he didn't bother that his first productions, you know, itne cost mein, but he makes a good product, and for that he goes all out. Whether it's financial, money-wise, creativity-wise, his inputs, all the efforts he puts in editing and all that. So he just gives full thing to the product, to the project. You know, the needed backup,
right?
And that's how the product also turns out good. Like Lagan was an excellent film.
Absolutely. As a TV host, how much will you rate Aamir on a scale of 1 to 10?
He cries too much.
Crying with a lot of people are having issues with actually. He's crying too much.
So, I think he gets involved in the problems of the people also, you know, as a host. But I think that shouldn't happen. I feel that.
So how much will you rate him as 1 to 10?
I'll rate him as 6.
Okay. As a brother?
As a brother, I rate him very high, and I'll give him 9.5.
9.5 out of 10. That is great. That is great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate Twinkle Khanna's sense of humor? She was one of the co-stars in Mela, and of late we've seen her.
Twinkle is a very well-read person, and I used to get amazed by what she's read, and the way she used to discuss. She's a very intelligent person, and she's very witty.
Yeah.
She used to keep passing witty jokes on me also.
Right.
But it's a different thing. I have a habit to laugh at myself. So.
Right. Okay. If you could
understand her humor.
Okay. If you could go back in time when Mela is going in flows, what change would you like to bring in it so that it can become a success?
Yeah. See, actually, the thing that happened with Mela, there was a very good sequence and a song between me and Aamir. And that song, Dharmesh cut off from that film because the length of the film was also slightly long. And there was a beautiful sequence which would have got the house down with laughter. What happened with Mela? It was a comic film, so people were laughing, but they didn't burst out ever. That's what I felt while watching the film with the audience. If that sequence would have come in and the audience khul ke ek baar has deti, you would have got the audience would have been with you. You would have got them. And that scene that chunk of scene made a very big difference to the film. I think if that thing would have been added, I think we would have got
one song. You're saying
there's one song and one good sequence. There's a deadly good comedy sequence with Viju Khote, me and Razak and Aamir and the girl. So that sequence just made the big difference. And one song, the thing is, the very interesting thing is that this same song was used in another film. And the film is, I think, called Love Guru or something like that.
Okay.
And it's called Gori Gori Hum Chori Se Pyar Karenge, something like that. Chori Chori Hum Gori Se Pyar Karenge, Chupke Chupke Aankhein Char Karenge. That song became a very big hit.
Yeah, I can recall it.
Yeah, so it was in Mela actually.
Acha.
And it was a song between me and Aamir.
Okay.
And it was short, and it was a superb song. And they cut. I said, Dharmesh, you're cutting one of the aces from the film. I went to his house. I told him, Dharmesh, this is an ace. You remove the ace from a pack, and the pack is not there. Film का क्या होता है ना, each scene, each shot is a link.
Absolutely.
You remove one link and it's a pack of cards. It just falls. You're putting each card and you're building up that. You have this card where you put one card, and you're building the full image, the full pack of cards. या आप एक कार्ड हटा दो बीच में से क्या होगा? वो पूरा कार्ड करके नीचे गिर जाए. फिल्म्स के साथ ऐसा होता है. इसलिए धर्मेश का भी यही वर्ड है कि no decision is a small decision. It just stuck with me. So you have to be very careful while making a film. Each small link, each small shot, each small reaction is important.
A director you're dying to work with?
Myself.
You want to direct?
I have learned direction. Right. I will direct when I become older.
Okay.
And when I lose my sort of good looks that I have.
But apart from yourself,
I become ugly and old. Then I lose my brains and direct films.
Any director that you like to work with?
I like to work with Murugadoss.
Okay.
Rohit Shetty, because they do action films. Raju Hirani, he makes sensitive films. Right. So these are the kind of directors which I would like to work with.
Great. If a book is written on your life, what do you think it could be called? What do you think a book on your life should be called?
Wow.
Wow?
No, I mean, I'm just thinking now. I'm thinking to write a book on my life because my life has gone through interesting turns and moments. So sometimes I do think that why don't I only write a book about it?
Right.
And I might inshallah come out with something. The title will be something, let's see, I don't know, maybe those 99 days or something like that. Because I was going through a lot of tough times at that point because in our house we had servants, but when I just left the house, I left without anything. So I had bought clothes from the road, second-hand clothes. I used to wear them, and I've gone through really tough times. So I didn't have money that time. I just left the house because of all the problems I was going through. So I didn't have a servant, I didn't have a car. I used to run on a cycle sometimes, autos, trains, and all that. But I like to treat life as a journey and as an experience. And those are tough times. So I think those days that I went through, a book should be written about a sudden change in life and those moments. I think one day I will write a book.
What was the mother's reaction when you came back after that entire episode?
My mother was wanting me to come. See, no one wanted this thing to happen, but it happened. I don't know, maybe it was circumstances or stars or bad times, or I mean, I don't blame anyone for it. Neither my family or I think it was supposed to happen in life. Like this film. This film was going. Chinar was going to another hero, but it came to me. Now I don't know why it happened. After so many years, people tracked me down, even though I had a mental tag. Now you tell me why it happened or how it happened. I don't know why it happened. So I believe a lot in destiny and God. So I don't know why things happen.
Right.
I believe in God a lot. Allah is there. I believe in God, and I pray very regularly to God. And life, actually, the trick in life is to live for the moment. I really strongly believe in all this. So I don't want to blame anyone for what I've been through or whatever tough times we went through. My mother was very happy that I was back. We are all very happy that we are back together, and But then I had to go through it. I feel. Our family had to go through it.
Who's your toughest critic?
Myself.
You're your toughest critic.
Yeah, because I'm not happy. Right now, the Chinar is ready, and whenever I watch it, I feel like, oh shit, this I could have done better. I've already started criticizing myself. When I saw Madhosh, I criticized myself. Before audience could tell me this is a flop, I had already said this is a flop, and I said, अगर ये picture चल जाती है, मैं ऐसा हूँ कि अल्लाह मेहरबान है और मैं गधा पहलवान है, क्योंकि मैं गधा हूँ, गधे का काम किया मैंने, गधे जैसा. So I am that critical about myself.
When you see the promo of Chinar somewhere, the maturity which is there, which seems to be there in your performance, it seems to be like a total departure from what it was in Mela. But to be honest, like I was quite surprised when I saw it.
Yeah,
I was quite surprised.
But if you liked it or you didn't like it?
I liked it.
Oh, you liked it.
I'm being honest with you.
Thanks, good. Thanks a lot.
No, seriously.
No, but yeah, seriously. No, I mean, actually, see, that's what happens with me when I had stopped acting. When I thought that I will not act, I was just in my scripts and giving it all to my scripting department in Aamir Khan Productions. Then suddenly this film came back to me, and I said, "Oh, this film." And I was not liking scripts, but then I started watching and relearning. And like how I relearned even when Madhosh was, when I did not act well, Madhosh was a very bad actor. I relearned and joined theatre. So I didn't keep quiet and say, oh, I'll just become a good actor, or I just put it, oh, the script was not good. I took it on myself. So I go through a learning process. So I went through theatre. Then when I got this film, Chinar, after a gap of, around 11 years, I'm acting facing the camera again. Because my last thing I had done, the TV serial, was in 2003. And now I'm acting in 2014. So I think it's 11 years. When I got the film, I started suddenly observing other films, watching other actors, just taking in mind what I had learnt, everything up till now, and whatever life's experiences have taught me. So I started relearning back, and I also feel that I have matured as an actor now, and I can handle scenes better. I can do that. So I think in Chinar it's my best performance. Yeah, I think when the audiences see the film, they also.
No, absolutely. What according to you is the best performance of Aamir Khan till date?
The best performance, Aamir has made many good performances, and actually if you go to see the record of an actor, I think of today's time, the number of hits that Aamir has given, I don't think any other actor has given.
Consistently.
So damn, I mean, I can't say one because it's the volume.
But still, you must be having some favorites.
I like Raja Hindustani a lot. I like Hame Rahi Pyar Ke a lot.
That was something.
I like Andaz Apna Apna a lot. So he's done a lot of good work. I mean, Aamir is a guy who works very hard on it.
You're taking the names of all the 90s movies.
Gajani is now, some years back. Then so many. I mean, if you go to see, even Aamir realized that actually as an actor. I'll tell you one very good thing. Aamir also studies himself, his graph. When he did Qayamat se Qayamat tak, he also was not getting good offers after giving a hit. So it's a journey. Then he signed some very films which are horrible actually. If you see his career graph, Jawani Zindabad. Then he went through a phase of flops.
Quite a few flops.
If you pick up your records, Love, and Deewana Mujhse Nahi, and Jawani Zindabad, and Atank, and there were a number of, and everyone thought that his career is over till Dil came. And after Dil, Aamir decided that actually I'm doing bad work, I'm signing on the wrong scripts. and he also realized that actually the script is what makes a film. So he started selecting good films, and he said, wait on, let me select the right projects. And from then on, even after that, a few years later on, after doing few more good films, then the tag of Mr. Perfectionist and came to him. Otherwise, even he's given flops.
No, absolutely.
So every actor gives flops. No, I mean that's a part. You can't give all hits. Sachin also gets out on zero. You can't say कि सचिन है तो 100 ही बनाते जाएगा हर बार.
Absolutely.
तो वो भी होता है. But when you learn from it and you come out of it and you as a winner, then that's the best part. And you learn more from a flop.
So Faissal Khan, it was I think a pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama, and thanks a lot for being so forthright.
Yeah.
And I'm sure after watching this interview, a lot of people who have these notions that care who's this mysterious brother of Aamir Khan might finally get to know more about him.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'll get to know more about you, and they'll be pleasantly surprised with the sort of clarity that you have, and the fact that you've battled your own battles, and you've come out a positive person.
Yeah, thanks.
Which is, I think, extremely, I think, that is, I think, hugely successful in its own right. The fact that you've battled it all and you've come out positive around it.
And actually, I tell you one thing, that comes from my parents. Because my father was a very strict man with his kids. So, actually, in our family, we've got very simple values. So, when I had tough times also, I had those values to live with and learn from.
Absolutely.
That's how I think. So, I would thank my parents for all they've given me, my mother, my father.
Absolutely.
And all of us are very simple in the family. We have simple values.
Right.
So I think that's how I could pull out of the tough
No,
times. See, good times you don't have to pull out. Everything is good.
Absolutely.
But when you're faced with the tough times, and that is when you're tested. So I thank my parents for giving me these values, where I could come out of tough times.
Absolutely.
And I thank God firstly.
Absolutely.
Because if God is there with you, then everything will fall in place. Things will automatically happen.
Absolutely.
For the right.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Yeah.